they're not even your grandfather's Manchester team. That's because legendary head coach Jim France, who patrolled the sideline in Akron for 48 years, almost a half a century, announced his retirement earlier this spring. The winningest coach in high school football history in the state of Ohio, and his 401 wins, just 129 losses against 4 ties, has hung up his whistle for the last time. There's a new head coach at Manchester, just the 4th in school history, but he's no stranger to the spotlight. Jay Brophy comes to Manchester with quite the resume. A Summit County Sports Hall of Famer, he was an All-Ohio linebacker at Buckton, won a national championship in college with Bernie Kosar and the Miami Hurricanes, and went on to play in the Super Bowl as a rookie with the Miami Dolphins and Dan Marino. While Brophy was on the France staff the last couple of seasons, Manchester's not his first stop. It's actually his 3rd head coaching opportunity. His coaching career began in 1990
Bevington is number 11, I'm
as an
pretty sure.
assistant. He was a head coach at St. Vincent St. Mary from 2001 through 2003.
Yeah, quarterback
While there,
Bevington.
he had a first-team All-State wide receiver, some guy named LeBron James. That's right. He also had a head coaching job a decade ago at Division VI Sebring McKinley, but he is actually under 500 in his 5+ years as a head coach with a record of 26 and 32 overall. But none of that matters to CVCA head coach Dan Larlam and the Royals. All that matters is the jersey on the opponent, and that jersey says Manchester. This is the game that's circled on the calendar every year, no matter who the head coach is on the other side. Simply put, it's the game the Royals want to win. For half a century and the entire 25-year existence of the CVCA Royals football program, Manchester has been the measuring stick. Jim France never had a losing season with the Panthers. They made the OHSAA playoffs 25 times, and the Panthers have won 21 Principals Athletic Conference championships since 1989 alone. Tonight's game will be a game of contrasting styles. The Royals enter the game with a 3-2 record and lead the pack in points scored. The CVCA offense is averaging 42 points a game. Manchester relies on its defense. They played just 3 games after a delayed start to their season, and they sit at 1 win and 2 losses. Against Fairless and Rootstown, they gave up just 1 touchdown combined to the Falcons and the Rovers. However, Northwest torched Manchester 2 weeks ago for 49 points. The Royals do come into this game as the favorite, having piled up 679 yards of offense last week against Loudonville here at Royal Stadium. Senior Michael Bevington will start his 29th straight game for the Royals at quarterback tonight, and he's the pulse of the Royals offense. Here he is last week with 1 of his 2 touchdowns on the ground, adding to his total for the season. Bevington also had 2 more through the air, and through 5 games he's rushed for 10 touchdowns and passed for another 10. But defenses can't only focus on Bevington. Sophomore running back Kyle Snyder averages 8 yards a carry. Snyder has 660 yards rushing on the season, and he's got 11 scores of his own. Last week, he took this pass play to the house against Loudonville, 55 yards for a touchdown. His first touchdown receiving of the season, but you can see he did most of the work himself on the ground, as he typically does. Manchester, on the other hand, has struggled in offense in 2020. Gone to the University of Cincinnati as Division V Co-Offensive Player of the Year, Ethan Wright, who ran for 192 yards on the ground a year ago against the Royals. Manchester eked out a 7-0 win against Fairless in their first game of the season, but was shut out last week at Rootstown and had just 1 defensive touchdown 2 weeks ago in the 49-7 loss against Northwest.
Royal Stadium. I'd like to thank our Week 6 sponsor, Casa D'Angelo, on Aurora Road in Macedonia. Thank you for your support of the Royals.
The Royals getting ready to enter the stadium. There's some pregame announcements being made right now by Royals public address announcer L.T. Newland.
We are grateful to have you here tonight at Royal Stadium.
As he gets ready to welcome the people in, we're preparing for the anthem shortly, and they'll open up with a moment of prayer here as well. Getting back to the Manchester offense, juniors Kent Duty and Trent Pappas.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise tonight for a word of prayer?
And we'll get back to that in just a moment as we have a moment of prayer, followed by the national anthem.
Heavenly Father, we give you great thanks for this evening. Thank you for the game of football and the way it can bring our communities together. God, you are the giver of all good things, and so we pause just for a moment to say thanks to you. As the giver of life and the sustainer of all things, we just are so grateful that you are mindful of us. We thank you for Jesus and his sacrifice on our behalf. It's in him we trust for our salvation. It's for him we play tonight. Amen.
Rendition of the national anthem by the CVCA Royals Marching Band. We're about a minute away from kickoff time tonight. Getting back to the Manchester offensive starters and the folks that'll play behind the line of scrimmage for Manchester. Quarterback Ken Duty is the main.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday night, and that means football in Northeast Ohio. There's no better place to be than Royals Stadium. Thank you for joining us tonight for this week 6 of the Royals football season. The Board of Education President and Athletic Department of CVCA extend to each of you a very cordial welcome. We are pleased that you are here tonight. Manchester and CVCA are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. The athletes in tonight's game are friendly rivals, and while play may be fierce, all in attendance tonight are reminded that this is a game between student athletes, and the proper sporting behavior is expected.
The Royals fell on the road to Manchester by a score of 27-7. This is the
officials for tonight's game have been selected and assigned by the principals and athletic conference.
In the all-time series, 4 wins against 15 losses. The clock has ticked down to 0. Manchester is on their sideline. The Royals in the west end zone getting ready to enter the stadium. The injury report: senior James Tisello, wide receiver, is questionable with a lower body injury tonight. Suffered just before halftime against Orville. And sophomore running back Owen Edwards is out for the season with a knee injury suffered in week 2 against Northwest. And ladies and gentlemen, here come the Royals.
Ladies and gentlemen, your CVCA Royals.
Michael Bevington, the quarterback, is the first one to the sideline. Rivalry night 2020 has arrived. The Royals looking to increase their record to 4-2 tonight as they prepare for the OHSAA playoffs that will begin next week. But that's the last thing on the mind of CVCA tonight. All eyes are on the Manchester Panthers. Last week, before we get underway, we'll take a look at last week in the pack. Triway defeated Tuslaw by a score of 54-7. These Manchester Panthers were in a non-conference game against Rootstown and lost that game 23-20. Fairless was on the short end of a score, 17-13 against undefeated Northwest, and CVCA won big against Loudonville, 56-23. We're ready for football, though, on a Friday night. The Royals are set to receive as Manchester is set to kick off. The kicker for Manchester is number 3, Kayla Cycling. Back deep for the Royals, number 15, Eli Dicandrew, and number 21, David Lewis. There's the boot. We're underway. It's a short kick. And it'll be fielded by number 16, Brennan Dar, at about the 35-yard line. Dar with a short return. Just shy of 40. CVCA and Manchester are underway.
Bobby Sherman's kick brings up number 16, junior Brennan Dar. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Royals.
He leads the Royals in rushing. Bevington's carried the ball 94 times for just under 700 yards this season. 699 to be exact, with 10 touchdowns on the ground. He'll start out in the shotgun as he typically does. He's got Kyle Snyder offset to his right, pair of receivers to each side, and Bevington will look to throw in the first play of the game. That pass is complete across the 40-yard line, out across the 50. A pickup of 11 yards. It's enough for a first down.
Bevington's pass complete to number 16, Brennan Dar. Brought down by number 53, Jaden Johnston. That's good for the Royals. First down.
Just underway here in the first quarter. The Royals right at midfield. This time Bevington has trips to the near side. Snyder is offset to his right. And there's a flag down on the field. The initial call is a false start against CVCA.
Flag on the play is false start against the Royals.
It will bring up first down and 15. The story of the game is the CVCA offense, perhaps the most high-powered offense in the pack, and the Manchester defense, which likes to squelch its opponents. Bevington will roll to his left, and now he tucks it. Looks like he's going to run. Bevington is across the 50-yard line and knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Panthers.
On the carry for the Royals, number 11, senior Michael Bevington. Pushed out of bounds by number 5.
After the 9-yard gain, it'll be second down and 6 yards to go. The Royals send 3 receivers to the far side of the field. They've got a single receiver near the boundary on the near side. Empty backfield set this time for Bevington. He drops back to pass, looks, he's looking some more, rolls to his left, throws across his body, finds Kyle Snyder, who picks it up and bulls forward across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. Manchester with a good job on coverage that
number
time.
3, sophomore Kyle Snyder. Brought down by number 12,
and found the safety valve in. Short pickup on that play of 4 yards. It's third down for the Royals. We'll call it a long 2, perhaps 3. Bevington checks the play. He'll keep it himself. Bevington's across the 40-yard line. It looks like he may have just enough for the first down. It's going to be close. The referee on the near side, the side judge, is pointing forward. It will be a first down for CVCA.
For the Royals, senior
Bevington needed 3.
Michael Bevington. That's good for our Royals. First down.
First drive of the ball game. The Royals have 2 first downs to their credit. Two weeks ago at Tuslaw, the Royals' first-string offense was on the field 9 times and produced 9 scores. This time, Bevington looks, finds a man, far side. It's 21, David Lewis. Lewis is bowled under after a pickup of 5 yards. He's down to the 35-yard line. Nice job by the Manchester
number 21, defender. Senior David Lewis.
Tying up David Lewis.
2nd and 5 for the Royals.
He had company in to help him out. Make sure Lewis didn't get any farther than the 35-yard line. Second down and 5. Handoff is to Snyder. Looks left. He's got it up for another first down. Pick up of 7. Kyle Snyder was very
on the carry for the Royals. Number 3, Kyle Snyder.
Toward the side of Jason Nichols. He found his hole.
That's good for the Royals.
Rarely
first
is Kyle
down.
Snyder taken down by the first contact. One of the strongest Royals on the team in the weight room is Snyder. the sophomore. Snyder shift to the right of Bevington. First down and 10. And flags down again. And here on the field, they're calling the right guard false start.
Flag on the play, false start against the Royals.
Collins on CVCA.
I'm going to warn you now, there's going to be a lot of false starts this game.
So they march off another 5 yards against CVCA. It's the second penalty of this drive. They recovered on the first miscue and did pick up a first down. They'll have first down at 15 once again. The Royals look to the sideline as the coach is signaling the plays. Clock runs, 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go here first quarter. Bevington hands off to Snyder. Snyder's got the ball across the 30, 25, and rumbles down to about the 21-yard line. But there is another flag on the field. And the nice run by Kyle Snyder will go for naught as they march back again. They've got a hold called against CVCA.
Flag on the play is holding against the Royals. Repeat first down.
So they'll move the ball back once again. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It will bring up first down and 20. They march the ball back to the 39-yard line of the Manchester Panthers.
Oh, my feet are already hurting.
Are they?
Yeah, not the right shoes for the job.
Snyder shifts to the right. Pair receivers to each side of the field. Bevington sends a man in motion, and he fakes. He'll keep it himself. Michael Bevington has a big hole. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Michael Bevington.
Bevington.
CVCA is on the board early with a 6-0 lead. Michael Bevington with his 11th rushing touchdown of the season. And that brings in Bryce Keitlinger, the kicker for the Royals, the senior. Joey Lehner, the backup quarterback freshman, is the holder. Snyder is the long snapper. The
Max.
Snap is down. The kick is up. And it's good. So in 8 minutes,
Keitlinger's kick is up and good. On the touchdown for the Royals, number 11 senior Michael Bevington.
And Manchester nothing. Here it is again. Bevington, who had a big hole and who is off to the races, being chased by number 2 Kenton Duty. Duty could not get there as Bevington won the race to the pylon. The Royals are up early. So Manchester will get a chance next. Keitlinger is in to kick off for the Royals. And a shout out tonight to Bryce Keitlinger's sister, Shantae, who is one of the biggest Royals fans out there. Shantae has been in the hospital. I know she's watching tonight, so Shantae, if you're watching and tuning in, a shout out to you tonight. We wish you were here, and we wish you a strong recovery soon. Here comes Keitlinger. He bounces it, and it's taken by number 14, Colby Souls. The Royals continuing their pattern of short kicks and onside kicks.
Colby Souls on the
They
recovery
recovered
for
2
the Panthers.
onside kicks last week as they try and steal possessions, and 2 the week before. So last week, Loudonville perhaps had not scouted CVCA quite as much. They're running backwards on those kicks, and CVCA benefited from that. Recovered a couple. This week, Manchester is on top of it. So they'll send Kenton Duty out, the quarterback of Manchester. The ball's on the ground. First play of the game. Recovered by number 5, Mason Palich, the running back. Fortunately for the Panthers, they jumped right on it as there was a CVCA defender in there right away. So they lose 4 yards on the first down play. check that 3. It's second down and 13. Line of scrimmage now, the Manchester 43. Duty looks to pass on second and 13. Last one, and it's completed to number 14. Colby Souls picked up a 15 yards, enough for a first down into the Royals
Pass
territory.
complete to number 14, Colby Souls. First and 10 for the Panthers.
Colby Souls is a 6'2" senior for the Panthers. Found an open patch of green turf there. Kenton Duty, the junior quarterback for Manchester, with a fine touch on that one. Put it right in there. He was able to take it down. This time, Duty's going to run. And the Royal defense there. It falls on the ground. Royals are jumping around like they have it. And they do.
Number 34, Logan Scranton.
Another one this week as he jumps on that ball. And the Royals with the first takeaway of the game. So CVCA with a big break as they get the ball again. Bunch formation this time for CVCA as they start their second drive, first down and 10 on the 43-yard line. Bevington will look to throw. He's got a man coming after him. Gets the ball away. It's deep, and it is knocked away, in and out of the hands. It looked like of David Lewis, the intended receiver. Lewis
Intended for number 21, David Lewis.
has made a living
broken up in the play by number 22, Jackson Summers.
on that long pass play.
Second and 10
Caught
for
a
the
couple of balls deep for touchdowns this season. That one took a long time to develop. Timing was a little bit off. Royals looking for the quick strike after the turnover. Instead, after the incomplete pass, it'll go to second down, 10 yards to go. This time Bevington will fake to Snyder. Actually, he gives it to him. Snyder is across the 50. Takes up 10 yards. It'll be enough for a first down.
On the carry for the Royals, number 3, Kyle Snyder.
They spot the ball on the 47-yard line of Manchester. Again, Snyder.
That's good for another Royals. First down.
Kyle Snyder, punishing running back for the Royals. First down and 10 inside of Panthers territory. Royals leading 7-0. Bevington took care of teammates on either side. He'll look to throw, and it's dropped. David Lewis the intended receiver on that pass.
Bevington's pass intended for number 21, senior David
Before
Lewis.
he had fully possessed the ball, so they'll bring it right back. Second down and 10. First quarter, Royals leading 7-0 on the Michael Bevington touchdown run. CVCA with its second possession. Bevington will keep. He's taken down after a short gain. Nice play that time by number 53 for Manchester. That's
Senior
Jaden
Michael
Johnson.
Bevington on the carry for the Royals, brought down by number 53, Jaden Johnston.
So after the short gain, it's third down and long for CVCA. Third down and 8. Clock winds. We've hit the midway point of the first quarter. This time trips far side. Bevington looks that way. Throws completed. And it looks like it may be enough for another first down.
First down.
Bevington's pass complete to number 6, junior Grant Simmons. That's good for our Royals. First down.
The Royals convert. First down and 10. Again, trips far side. Snyder gets the ball. Snyder with a big hole. Runs over a man. Big gain for Kyle Snyder.
On the carry for the Royals, number 3, Kyle Snyder. First down, Royals.
First down and 10 once again. Line of scrimmage is the 19. Bevington throws left this time. David Lewis catches it. He takes a tackle inside the 10 and knocked out of bounds by number 12. That's Riley Souls.
Bevington's pass complete to senior David Lewis. Forced out of bounds by number 12, Riley Souls.
A pickup of 7 yards on that play. Second down and 3 on the 11. Snyder gets it again. It cuts inside 10, 5, breaks a tackle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, CVCA. The Royals extend the lead to 13-0.
Kyle Snyder.
We talked pregame, the double tandem of Bevington and Snyder. Less than 8 minutes into the ball game, and both Royals backs have scored from the ground, rushing touchdowns. So Keitlinger is back in to kick. Snap is down. This kick is up and straight through the uprights. Bryce Keitlinger is 2 for 2.
Keitlinger's kick is up and good. On the touchdown for the Royals, number 3, Kyle Snyder.
Rivalry night, and the Royals are out in front, 14-0. Snyder there into the end zone on the replay again. And the Royals cheerleaders getting a workout once again. We'll try and keep track of kick cam tonight. 7 and 14 is 21. They've had a workout the last 2 weeks. The Royals putting up 62 points 2 weeks ago against Tuslaw, and
Yeah, I got it.
56 points last week against Loudonville. The offense is cooking once again tonight.
This is probably going to be a full kick, so not onside.
Well, we've got a short break.
Probably
in the
gonna be
action again.
non-onside
We'd like to
kick,
thank
so
Friends of
full
Royals
field.
Football, the parent organization, for helping make these live streams possible this season. Big thank you to them. We're glad to be coming to you. Keitlinger runs up to the ball, and this one is a short onside kick again. It is covered by the Panthers. Looks like number 12, Riley Souls, may have come up with
Jaden
that.
Johnston on the recovery for the Panthers. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
But the Panthers will take over first down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Manchester got 1 first down in their last drive, their first in the ball game, but they put the ball on the carpet twice. The second time it burned them. When Logan Scranton came up with the ball for CVCA. This time a pitch. Nice run. Picked up 4 yards before the Royals defense was in there. Take down the running back.
Jackson Summers on the carry for the Panthers. Brought
Jackson
down
Summers,
by
the junior, on that carry
David
for
Lewis.
Manchester. Officially, they'll give him 5 yards on the gain to the Royals' 45-yard line. It's second down and 5. The Panthers will run again with a huge hit after a short gain of 1 yard. Again on the carry,
Jackson Summers on the carry for the Panthers. Brought down by number 52, Matt Ridinger.
Ridinger in there, as was Carter Parmenter. The Royals defense.
Good question. If I'm about to get run over,
Line, trying to control that line of scrimmage. That is going to be the story of the game on both sides of the ball. It typically is. The Royals have had great success most of the season on offense. They've been getting better on defense. This time, Duty on third down will look to throw, rolls to his right. He's got pressure. He's going to run. He's knocked out of bounds, well short of the first down. In there again was Matt Ridinger, number 52, to force Kent Duty out of bounds. Shy
Kent
of
Duty
the first
forced
down.
out of bounds by number 52, Matt Ridinger.
So it's 4th down, and Manchester down 2 scores already. Looks to the sideline. Kenton Duty stays on the field.
Royal fans, it's 4th down.
And the Panthers will go for it. But first, they'll think about it. Timeout called by Manchester coach Jay Brophy.
Timeout on the field.
First of the half.
Manchester.
On a 4th down and 4 play, make it 4th down and 3 from the 43-yard line. Manchester will talk it over.
The CVCA football program would like to thank its Power Meal sponsors.
Once again, the Power Meal sponsor for this
Bar and
week
Grill on Steele's Point.
is
TGI
Casa de
Fridays
Angelo.
in Stowe. Texas Roadhouse in Stowe and Rock
Casa de
Kings in
Angelo,
Stowe.
one of numerous Power
This
Meal
week's sponsor,
sponsors.
Casa de Angelo,
Keeps the Royals steady
on Aurora
their
Road in
Power
Macedonia.
Meal program.
McDonald's on Steele's
We
Point.
thank them for being a multi-year
Chick-fil-A on
supporter
Howard
and
Avenue,
sponsor
Cuyahoga
of
Falls, and
CVCA Royals
KFC.
football.
Island East in Macedonia. Thank you for your support of the Royals.
So the Panthers retake the field, and it looks like they've thought differently about that decision to go for it. Kent Duty also is the punter for Manchester, and he's back in punt formation. The Royals do not have anyone deep, though. They're playing it safe. Duty will punt.
Oh.
Going back for CVCA to receive. It does bounce inside the 10-yard line. And the Royals will have a long field as it's down by number 55, Tommy Nichols.
That looked like it was coming straight at me.
7-yard line.
First and 10 for the Royals on the 7-yard line as the offense retakes the field. Referee signals in the whistle as the play clock will start to run down. There is no play clock here at Royal Stadium, so the back judge keeps track of that play clock as it gets within 10 seconds, and specifically from 5 on down, he'll count it down so the quarterback can hear. Bevington, quick pass, near side, complete, and the Royals' David Lewis is out to the 20-yard line.
Bevington's pass complete to number 21, senior David Lewis. Pushed out of bounds by number 2, Kenton Duty.
Check that, it looks like they'll be shy of the first down, a pickup of 9. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 from the 18-yard line. An 8-yard gain does give the Royals a little bit of breathing room. Bevington hands over to Snyder. Snyder with a big hole. Breaks a tackle, and he's up in the 36-yard line. A pickup of 18 yards on the play.
Number 3, Kyle Snyder on the carry for the Royals. That's good for the Royals. First down.
From the 7 to the 35 on the 36-yard line. Royals going quickly. Snyder gets it again. This time, he's bottled up. A host of Manchester Panthers push Snyder back, but not before he does gain 2 yards. As the
Kyle Snyder on the carry for the Royals. Brought down by number 53,
not
James
much there, but
Johnson.
still a 2-yard gain. This time Snyder offset to the left. Bevington on the quick count. Or the hard count, rather. Manchester is disciplined and does not jump. Bevington checks to the sideline. Royals reset. And Bevington will keep. Not a whole lot there again. He might have lost a yard or barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like number 12 in there on the tackle, Riley Souls.
Michael Bevington on the carry for the Royals. Brought down by number 12, Riley Souls.
Officially is a gain of 1 yard to the 39-yard line, but it's 3rd down and long for CVCA. 3rd and 7. Bevington has got a pair of receivers to each side of the field. Snyder flanks him to his right. He'll look to throw. Quick pass, complete, but short of the first down yardage. 15,
Bevington's
Eli
pass complete to
Dyke-Andrew.
number 15, junior Eli Dyke-Andrew.
In there on the tackle was
Pushed out of bounds by number 2, Kenton Duty.
and Dan Larlam and the Royals have a decision to make, but Dan Larlam trusts his offense, even in Manchester territory. 4th down and 2. Bevington goes and gives some words of encouragement to his linemen. And he tries to get the Manchester players to jump. It looks like they did on the right end, but the referees say no. Bevington will keep. He's bottled up. There's a flag down.
Flag.
It looks like Manchester's defense
Michael Bevington on the carry for the Royals. Flag on the play.
Does not have the first down yardage, but we'll wait to see what the call is. Referees confer. We still wait. They're going to march it off, it looks like, against the Panthers. So Manchester had a stop.
Flag on the play, face mask against the Panthers.
Michael Bevington was pulled down
First and 10 for the Royals.
And a major penalty against the Manchester Panthers. They would have had CVCA stopped on 4th down. Instead, the penalty will give the Royals a first down. They march off an inadvertent face mask, 5 yards, but it keeps the Royals' drive going, and that's as good as a turnover. So a big break for CVCA. They move the ball out to midfield. The Royals' drive will continue. Bevington will look to throw. He's going to go long, and this one is too far for David Lewis. The second time they tried to connect with Lewis on that long shot tonight in the first quarter.
Bevington's pass intended for number 21, David Lewis.
Late first quarter action, 25 seconds remain. CVCA leading 14-0. So they reset 2nd down and 10 from the 50-yard line, right at midfield. Trips to the far side. Lewis on the near side. Bevington gets the snap and he'll run it himself. He's got room across the 30. A man slips, he's across the 30 and runs out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
On the carry for the Royals, number 11, Michael Bevington. That's good for the Royals. First down.
23 yards. The Royals moving the ball once again. This drive started on the CVCA 7-yard line.
Is it supposed to rain tonight?
So far, they've gone 66 yards. They've got 27 in front of them before they reach the end zone. Bevington will pass. It's complete. Near side. Lewis has it. And Lewis is
I'm checking
pushed
now.
out of bounds.
Bevington's pass complete to number 21, David Lewis. Forced out of bounds by number 21, Cade Schuler.
Pickup of 5 yards. So it's 2nd down and 5. Royals go quick. Snyder gets it, and Snyder's got Green in front of him. No one will get him. Kyle Snyder back into the end zone. Runs out. The Royals beat the clock, and they beat the Panthers as Kyle Snyder got it.
Quarter ended after a touchdown.
There to stop him. And he's on the board for his 2nd touchdown rushing of the evening. Bryce Kettler back in. And they're going to go for 2. It might have been a high snap. Joey Later has it. He rolls out, lunges to the end zone.
Steve.
No signal. It looks like he may have come up just short.
2-point conversion attempt. No good by the Royals.
So we've come to the
On
end
the
of
touchdown for the Royals, number 3, Kyle Snyder.
And the Panthers nothing. Everything for the Royals going right in that first quarter, except for that point after touchdown after the 3rd score of the evening and the 2nd score by Kyle Snyder. The Royals lead 20-0. The Royals will get ready to kick off again, and as they do, that will look ahead to halftime tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year our season depends on the cooperation and support of everyone in attendance. We thank you for following the guidelines of the Governor's Office and the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The opportunity to play sports can be taken away by the spread of COVID-19, so we ask everyone to wear a face mask, use proper hygiene, and keep yourself and your family 6 feet from other families. Following these guidelines will go a long way in helping continue our season. Thank you so much for your support.
And the CVCA cheerleaders as well with their halftime performance. Keitlinger back to kick off. This time it's a short kick that bounces and is fielded at about the 26-yard line by number 6, Robbie Sherman. Sherman pushes forward across the 30 to the 35 on the return, and that's where Manchester will set up first down and 10 on their first drive of the second quarter.
Robbie Sherman on the return for the Panthers, brought down by number 44, senior Clay Farley.
The referee stopped play. They reset the ball. Actually want to restart the clock, or reset the clock. Looks like they're asking for 11:52 to be put on the play clock, or the game clock rather. So Duty will pass on the first play of the drive. He rolls right, looks and throws. He's got a man out there, but overthrows him. And Duty had time,
Number 24, Jordan Seichler,
but was not accurate on that pass play. So
up
it's second down and 10
for the Panthers.
On the second down play, line of scrimmage right at the 35-yard line. Panthers bring a man in motion, and they have 2 men in motion. The
Flag.
left tackle, a little anxious on that play. Number 77, Liam Harvey.
They got a play call start against Manchester.
So Harvey will cost his team 5 yards and march it back to the 30-yard line. It will become second down and 15 yards to go. Duty drops back out of the shotgun, rolls to his right, surveys the field, looks and now throws, and it's complete to one of the coaches on the sideline, it looks like. Not to one of the Panthers players. So that makes it third down and third and 15 for Manchester.
Royal fans, it's third down.
Royals fans, social distance on the near side, counting on the stands on the third and fourth play.
I think so.
Manchester's got 3 receivers
I'll
on
ask
the
him.
far side. Drops back to pass again. He's got plenty of time. Looks and throws, complete, but short of the first down, lunging forward near the first down.
So when does my
He's the
camera pick up
Manchester
audio?
receiver. He'll be a yard short. It looked like number 11 perhaps in that play.
Yeah, I'm being asked.
Pass complete to number 24,
Check
Jordan
that number 24,
Schindler.
Jordan
All right, sounds good.
Brought down by number 34, Logan Screen.
All right, we don't pick up.
Fourth and
Logan
one.
stopped the first down being accomplished, but Manchester will go for it on 4th and 1. This time Duty under center. He's going to lunge forward, and he will have a surge. Not just for a single yard, he's got a surge for 6 or 7 yards. First down into Royals territory for the Manchester Panthers. And quarterback Kent Duty, the 6'1 junior, 185-pound quarterback for
Kent Duty on the carry for the Panthers. First and 10, Manchester.
So they move the chains. The Panthers set up in Royals territory. First down and 10. This time they split 3 receivers near side, but they've got 1 in motion. It's a handoff, and that play goes nowhere. It looked like Mason Palach, perhaps the
Mason Palach on the carry
running
for the
back on
Panthers,
that play.
brought
The Royals
down
defense.
by number 54. Excuse me, check that 52, Matt Rettinger.
Matt Reitinger again. there to make the tackle from his linebacker spot. So it's 2nd down and 9. Duty with a quick pitch. And this time some nice yardage for Manchester.
Mason Palace on the carry for Manchester, brought down by number 6, Grant Simmons.
Taken down.
Royal fans, it's 3rd down.
Last one is the 43 of the Royals. Duty under center again. Last time he was under center, he stuck it. This time a quick handoff to what looks like a fullback. The Royals defense stiffens.
Hi, Grammy.
And there's a short gain on the play, but not enough for the 1st down.
You can hear me?
It's 4th down and 1.5.
Oh, all right, give me a sec.
Mason Palace on the carry, brought down by number 73, Carter Parmenter.
Into the game comes number 70, Jack Bova.
All right, so I'm getting like a lot of people
4th down,
telling me
Royal
that
fans, it's
they can
4th
hear me on the
down.
stream.
Still getting there to put a 280-pound body in to try and stop that line. Penn Duty tries to lean forward like they did last time. And the Manchester Panthers line looks like they've pushed the defense far enough ahead that he will have 1st down yardage, and he does.
Duty on the carry for the Panthers, brought down by number 70, senior Jack Bova.
Bova in there on the tackle. It's a gain of 1.5. They needed 1, so Manchester moves the sticks. Eight minutes, 50 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. Royals leading 20-0. Manchester with their deepest drive into Royals territory of the night. Quick handoff.
Mason Palace on the carry for the
Palach on the carry. He picks up 3 yards. It's 2nd down and 7. Duty with 3 receivers to choose from to the top of the field, and he'll choose them from 5 yards further back. It looked like this time number 52 for Manchester, Zane Miller, may have jumped on the right side. That'll cost the Panthers 5 yards. They've marched the yardage off, but the referee is conferring. And now the head referee making his way toward the Royals sideline. And they're actually going to ask that the clock be reset once again to 7 minutes and 55 seconds. So that was the reason for the conference. So the clock issue is corrected, and the Panthers ready to go. But another whistle. And 10 more seconds to be added. This time 8:05. 8 minutes, 5 seconds. They put back up on the clock. So, and now they wind it. Duty with a quick pitch, far side, and good gracious, the Royals were right there. Kyle Snyder in the backfield almost as quickly as that pitch was there.
Backfield by number 3, Kyle Snyder.
Number 22, Jackson Summers, got that pitch, and as soon as he looked up, Kyle Snyder was in his
Royal fans,
face and made the tackle. 3rd down, and we'll call it 17 yards to go for the 1st. Colby Souls in motion. Duty will drop back to pass. He's being flushed to his left, still looking downfield and chased. Duty across the 40, and he's knocked out of bounds. Kyle Snyder again from that linebacker spot.
Duty on the carry for the Panthers.
Snyder is doing it on offense, and he's making his presence known on the defensive side from the linebacker spot as well. Duty did pick up 7 yards on that play, but it's 4th down for Manchester and 4th and long, just inside the original marker. 4th and 9.5. Officially, we'll call it 4th down and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line of the Royals, but Manchester's going to talk it over again. It looks like they are going to call timeout. Duty had range back in punting formation, but Jay Brophy is going to stop and talk to his team once again on the Manchester sideline. So we've reached a stoppage. 7 minutes and 9 seconds to go officially in the second quarter. Recapping, the Royals received the opening kickoff, and on that first drive, Michael Bevington raced 39 yards into the end zone for the Royals' first score of the game early in the first quarter, 7-0 CVCA. Kyle Snyder then added to that total after the Panthers fumbled on their first drive, and Snyder turned that fumble into more points for CVCA after they drove down. He scored, made it 14-0, and on a quick snap just before the first quarter came to an end, Snyder again found green turf in front of him and the end zone as his destination, putting the Royals up 20-0, the point after touchdown. Snap was high, and the conversion failed. So that's where we stand. Duty is in now on the 4th down play. Looks like he's ready to punt, but it's going to be a fake. Duty looking to pass. The Royals have plenty of coverage out there. The pass is thrown, and it's complete. First down for Manchester on the fake punt.
Pass complete to number 5, Mason Powich.
Mason Powich came open, and Duty, the punter and quarterback, found him. But is there a flag down? There is a flag down on the 49-yard line of Manchester. And we wait for the call. The teams are marching backwards, which would indicate it may be on the Panthers. And they get them for holding. So Manchester uses that timeout, executes a great fake punt, which would have moved the sticks and continued the drive, but they do get the Manchester line for holding. And frankly, because Duty was already in punt formation, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, it is 4th down and Walsh High School for the first. 4th and officially 30, but I think it may be more than that. So Duty will punt this time. There's another flag down. Back deep is Michael Bevington, but he'll run away from that. The ball rolls out of bounds at the 25-yard line. But we've got to wait for what the next call is.
Flag on the play.
The head referee is looking toward the Royals sideline. They get an illegal formation on the Panthers. The Royals decline it, and so after all that, CVCA will take over again, 1st down and 10. So what looked like a promising drive, the first of the night for the Manchester Panthers, goes for naught. And the Royals will set up 1st down from the 26. Six minutes, 48 seconds to go here before halftime. Michael Bevington retakes the field. The captain of that CVCA offense in the shotgun. He'll hand to Snyder. Snyder bounces off the right side. Not much, but not much equals about 3 or 4 yards, and a flag that comes down after the play. Did we mention it's rivalry week? Some extracurricular activities, perhaps on the bottom of that pile. This one's going to go against CVCA. We got a personal foul against CVCA.
Flag on play, personal foul against the Royals.
And that's going to cost the Royals 15 yards. So they push the ball back to the 14-yard line. The Royals have to get out to the 36, so it's first down and 22, if the math is correct. Low snap, Bevington fakes, pumps, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. So Manchester's defense, it's what we talked about before the game on the pregame segment. Stepping up. 55, Tommy Nichols in there in the backfield, taking down Bevington for the first time tonight. And the Royals, second down and a long way to go. They're all the way back to the 10-yard line. We'll call it second and 26. Actually, they corrected. It's third down and 26. The penalty, the personal foul, came after that first down play as a dead ball foul, so that was second down on the sack. It's now third down. So the Royals trips to the near side. Snyder offset to the right. Bevington will look to throw. He throws long. He's looking for Lewis again, but he's too far. And it falls incomplete. So the Royals, undone by that personal foul, go 3 and out, and Manchester's defense with a stop. Their first of the night. The Royals will be forced to punt. Out comes Bryce Keitlinger. The Manchester returner sets up on the CVCA 46-yard line. Keitlinger will punt from 2 yards deep in his own end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 10. So it's important to get a clean snap and get that punt off. Keitlinger does have it, gets the ball away. It's a high end-over-end kick that will bounce. And Manchester's return man, number 17, looks like Robert Radcliffe, looks at it, but thinks better of trying to jump on that ball. It rolls dead. And Manchester will take over first down and 10. Looks like the referees say the ball did hit CVCA as it was coming down on the CVCA 48-yard line. So, officially 38 yards on the punt, no return. A 38-yard net, and Manchester's offense will take over first down and 10 once again. Now it looks like Trent Pappas may be in at quarterback. We mentioned they do split time at the quarterback position, and Pappas, a 5'11 junior, 155.
Carry for the Panthers, tripped up by number 75, Brandon Riley.
Hands off on that first down play. It's a short gain, 4 yards actually. So it's second down and 6. Pappas under center, whereas Kenton Duty played mostly out of the shotgun. He'll hand off again, and the Royals defense is ready and knocks back the Panthers running back for a 2-yard loss.
Jackson Summers brought down by number 3.
Jackson Summers was the running back who made the carry or had the carry on that play. Kyle Snyder again in on defense on the stop from his linebacker spot. Clock winds. It's been a scoreless second quarter after the Royals put up 20 points in the first stanza.
Fans, it's third down.
Nearing 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Third down and 8. Hand off to the fullback. Is the ball on the ground? It may be. We wait for a signal. Referee says wind that clock, so that seems to indicate that Manchester, if it was on the ground, did fall on it. That was a third down and 8 play, so short pickup of 4. It's going to be fourth down.
For the Panthers, number 52, Zane Miller.
Zane Miller, the 230-pound offensive lineman, covered that fumble to retain possession for the Panthers. Meanwhile, it's fourth down and 4.
Fourth down, Royal fans.
And Manchester will go for it. Pappas under center. Again, handoff to the fullback, and they're not going to be close. The Panthers needed 4. They got 2. So the Royals, on the change of possessions, will pick up 30 yards. They punted from the 10. Manchester gains 8 yards on their series, but they turn it over on downs. It'll be first down and 10 for CVCA with 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go before halftime. So far, this game is following the script that we thought it might. The Royals offense being strong, the Manchester offense having their challenges. Bevington will throw on first down. At least he looks to throw. Now he tucks as he rolls left. He's going to get what he can, and he runs out of bounds for a short gain, maybe a half a yard. Clock stops with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go. The Royals do have 3 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Manchester coach Jay Brophy has used 2 of his, so the Panthers have 1 timeout remaining. No gain officially on that play, so it's second down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Trips to the near side. Kyle Snyder flanks Michael Bevington to his left. Bevington looks, quick throw, complete. First down yardage.
Pass complete to number 15.
Eli Dicandro on the reception for CVCA, a pickup of 11 yards.
First down.
The Royals cross midfield. They're into Panthers territory. First down and 10 from the 49-yard line. This time trips to the far side. Single receiver near side. Snyder offset to the right. Bevington looks to throw again. Quick throw. He's got a completion again. Brennan Darr fighting for every last yard. It took 4 Manchester Panthers to get Brennan Darr to the ground. As he's finally pushed out of bounds, he picks up 9.5 yards.
Brennan Darr.
It'll be second down and short. Perhaps a half yard to go. Officially second down and 1. The officials stop the clock again as they set the ball, and officially they give Darr a first down. They don't even measure.
Ruling on the field, first down, Royals.
So it wasn't 9.5 yards for Darr, it was 10 yards exactly. First down and 10 CVCA. Ball on the 39-yard line of the Manchester Panthers. This time the Royals come out with 2 receivers to each side. Snyder offset just behind and to the right. He'll get the ball across the 40, 35, pushing forward, and he's going to pick up 7 or 8 yards again. They'll spot it on the 32-yard line, so a pickup of 7. That brings up second down and 3. Clock runs at 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go before the half. Bevington has the team ready. Quick pass, far side. David Lewis has it, and he's hit right away. No gain. That gets some cheers from the Manchester sideline.
His pass complete to number 21, David Lewis. Brought down by number 22, Jackson Summers.
Jackson Summers was the man in there for the Panthers who stopped that pass completion from going for any more than a completion to the line of scrimmage. So 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Third down and 3. Royals in a bunch formation. Snyder to the left of Bevington. Bevington will follow his blockers to the left, looking for room. Sneaks forward, and he's got enough, it looks like, for a first down. Out of bounds. Michael Bevington was very patient behind the line of scrimmage. Finally, as he neared the out-of-bounds marker, lunged forward. Actually, they're going to mark him short. So they've got Bevington out of bounds about a half yard before the first down marker. So it brings up fourth down and a half yard. It is probably the biggest play of the first half for the Manchester Panthers defense. Bevington, empty backfield, will keep it himself. He's across the first down marker. He's got first down yards. And CVCA's drive will continue.
That's good for a Royals. First down.
So a big play for CVCA to keep the drive alive as they lead 20-0, and they're marching down the field looking for more before halftime. The clock winds, a minute 45 to go. First down and 10 from the Panthers' 25-yard line. This drive started on the 40, and we have a stoppage. Flags are down. A pre-snap penalty. False start on CVCA.
Flag on the play, false start against the Royals.
They'll march 5 yards off against CVCA back to the 30-yard line. So the Royals have 30 yards to go before they reach the end zone with exactly 90 ticks of the clock to go, and they wind it. Clock runs, minute 25. Again, the bunch formation for CVCA. Bevington fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's looking, heaves, and it's just out of the outstretched arms of the receiver there, intended for...
Bevington's pass intended for number 82.
82, Ty Bova. Ty Bova, a freshman, had a touchdown reception in the first game of the year at Fairless. That game which was played by 3 lightning delays back in week 1. But that ball falls incomplete. He could not haul it in. So the clock stops at the minute 10 to go. The Royals will have second down and 15 yards to go from the 30. Manchester had pressure in there on Bevington, so he was not comfortable. Got flushed out of the pocket and could not connect with Ty Bova. This time trips to the near side. Bevington will look to throw. Tucks and runs. Still looking downfield, though. Under pressure, and he's in big trouble now, going back to his left side. Still running. Throws, and it's incomplete. Out of bounds. Near the line of scrimmage. Bevington was flushed out of the pocket on the near side, ran all the way back to the far hash mark, and now the referee drops a flag. Certainly Michael Bevington was not between the tackles, but I don't think the Royals are going to get this call. They call it a illegal forward pass, intentional grounding, and a loss of down for CVCA.
Loss of down for the Royals.
So a promising drive is going backwards now with a 5-yard pre-snap penalty for a false start and an intentional grounding call well behind the line of scrimmage. They'll spot the ball at the spot of the foul. In fact, they'll march 5 yards off from the spot of the foul. So the Royals have third down and 33 with 53 seconds to go. Ball's all the way back on the 49-yard line, and they'll do a jet sweep to 21, Lewis. Lewis across the 40, and he's taken down on the 28-yard line. So he picks up 23 yards, and the Royals will call timeout.
Timeout on the field.
And Lewis is down on that play, so hopefully he is okay. He was pulled down from behind. When play resumes, it will be fourth down for CVCA, but fourth down, we'll call it makeable. 4th and 14. But the concern right now is for David Lewis, the Royals' senior wide receiver. He is the long threat for the Royals, but he's up. Looks like he's all right. Lewis had hauled in 16 catches so far this season, leading the Royals in receptions. 3 touchdown receptions before tonight, and he leads the Royals with 354 yards receiving. So David Lewis makes his way to the sideline. And the Royals, meanwhile, after the timeout call, will try and draw up something on 4th down and 14 to see if they can continue the drive as we head toward halftime. 34 seconds to go. Again, at halftime, we will get a chance to enjoy the CVCA Royals marching band and the CVCA cheerleaders. While we do have a break in the action, we'll review the Pac-7 standings for you. Last week, in perhaps the game of the season, Northwest defeated Fairless and remained unbeaten, which guaranteed them the Pac-7 championship, or at least a share of it. They are 5-0 and lead the Pac-7. The Royals and Fairless both at 3-2, trailing Northwest by 2 games. Orville, the Red Riders, are 2-2. Triway 2-3. These Manchester Panthers 1-2. Last week's opponent, the Redbirds from Louderville, 1-4, and Tuslaw winless at 0-5. But here, 4th down and 14. Bevington will pass. He surveys the field. He has plenty of time. Now he throws. He's got a man open. It's complete. Inside the 10-yard line. First down, Royals.
Bevington's pass complete to number 15.
Eli Dykandrew.
Eli Dykandrew.
On the reception, but there is a flag down. And the referees getting their money's worth tonight. It's a holding call against CVCA, and they'll march it backwards. We get different referee crews every week. But if you've been watching along this season, I think we may have set a record for flags in the first half so far tonight between both teams. So it's 4th down and 25 for CVCA with 25 seconds to go, and this time the Royals will come out in punting formation. So Manchester catching another break as the holding call derails the Royals' drive. Bryce Keitlinger out to receive, and Manchester playing it safe. Keitlinger's kick bounces at the 15 and rolls toward the end zone and out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Keitlinger's kick out at the 5-yard line.
32 yards on the punt, no return. Manchester's going to have to be careful. There's only 18 ticks of the clock left here in the first half. But they are backed up deep in their own territory. From our perch high atop the 50-yard line, we're trying to get vision to see which quarterback is out there for Manchester. But they are under center, and they'll down it. So the Panthers happy to head to, not the locker room, since no one goes to the locker room anymore in 2020, but happy to go to the half, trailing CVCA as the Royals headed to halftime with a lead of 20-0.
CVCA Royals 20.
Halftime from Royal Stadium in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, with CVCA leading this one by a score of 20-0 on the heels of 3 first-quarter touchdowns. 1 by senior quarterback Michael Bevington, and then 2 on the ground by sophomore running back Kyle Snyder. It was an eventful second quarter, but neither team was able to find the end zone. And so we've reached halftime at that 20-0 score.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year our season depends on the cooperation and support from everyone.
So as we reach halftime at 20-0, we'll take a moment and look ahead to next week. Obviously, this week has all been about Manchester and a focus singularly on these Manchester Panthers. But big news in the state of Ohio yesterday, as the Ohio High School Athletic Association announced the playoff seedings and playoff matchups for the state playoff tournament, which will begin next week. Again, we have an abbreviated regular season in 2020, just 6 games. And the state tournament will begin next week. Every team in the state of Ohio was eligible, as we get buzzed by one of the TV cameras from one of the Cleveland news stations, getting some video from overhead. Every team in the state of Ohio was eligible for the playoffs. And the Royals were announced as a 13 seed in Division 4 Region 13.
Marching Royals.
That sets up a home playoff game next Saturday night here. Not Friday, Saturday night against Edgewood High School, the Warriors, who come from Ashtabula in Lake County. So more on that as we get into this halftime. But the Royals will be home next week in a play-in game. If you think like the NCAA college basketball tournament, next week is a play-in game as the top 8 seeds get byes in Region 13. The Royals, a 13 seed, will play the 20th seed Edgewood High School Warriors. And should they advance, it would set up a meeting in 2 weeks on Saturday, again, for the 3rd time a year against Perry. The Royals have been knocked out of the playoffs the last 2 years by Perry. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but right now we'll let you tune in to some of the halftime entertainment from the Royals Marching Band. You've been watching the Royals marching band as they perform here at halftime of the CVCA game against Manchester, with the Royals leading 20-0. And now more from the Royals marching band. The Royals marching band wrapping up their performance here at halftime of CVCA's game against the Manchester Panthers. We have reached halftime. The score here from Royal Stadium is CVCA 20 and the Manchester Panthers 0. Elsewhere around the pack here in Week 6, there's an interesting score from Loudonville tonight. The Northwest Indians have gone to the half with just a 7-point lead. It's Northwest 21, Loudonville 14 at halftime. That's at Loudonville tonight. So Northwest having to go on the road, and they're getting a tougher game perhaps than they thought, or perhaps maybe they're looking ahead as they got the #1 seed in the region in the state playoff announcement yesterday with their 5-0 record on the line tonight. At Triway, they're battling for the famed Blue Cup, which has been competed for many, many years, and Fairless looks like they're going to take that one home tonight. At halftime, the Fairless Falcons lead the Tuslaw, my bad. The Fairless Falcons
Varsity cheerleaders
leading Tuslaw 34-0 at the half as Fairless and Tuslaw play for the famed Blue Cup. Down at Triway and Orville are in action tonight, and they've reached halftime with a score tied at 6-6. And here again, the Royals lead 20-0. Now, let's take a look at the CVCA Royals cheerleaders. The Royals cheerleaders with their halftime performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your varsity cheerleaders.
Here tonight in the last regularly scheduled regular season game of the season. We mentioned before the Royals with the OHSAA playoff announcement yesterday will have a home game next week on Saturday night against the Edgewood High School Warriors from Ashtabula in Lake County, Ohio. The Warriors have a game tonight against Harvey High School, and they've gone to the end of the first quarter with Edgewood leading Harvey 7-6. Edgewood has a 1-4 record coming into that game on the season. We mentioned if the Royals do defeat Edgewood next week, regardless of what happens tonight in the game in the second half, they will play Edgewood. They will advance to play the Perry Pirates for the third year in a row, who are the 4th seed this year in Division 4, Region 13. These Manchester Panthers are a Division 5 team in Region 17, and they'll have a road game as a 17th seed next week against the Edison Wildcats from Richmond, Ohio in Jefferson County. As we wind down towards second half action here in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio at CVCA at Royals Stadium, we take a look at Royals at the next level, and we continue to follow the travails of 2019 graduate Trey Tucker and his Cincinnati Bearcats, who are ranked 15th in the country. They've got another home game tomorrow afternoon at Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati against the South Florida Bulls, and we should throw a tip of the cap to Manchester as well and their fabulous running back alum, Ethan Wright, who is also a Bearcat. The Bearcats moved to 2-0 last week with that 24-10 victory at home against Army, who was ranked 22nd. Trey Tucker caught 2 passes for 13 yards and had 1 carry for 4 yards last week. He also had a kickoff return for 27 yards. Did not score last week after getting his first collegiate touchdown the week before. The UC South Florida game tomorrow does air on ESPN+. That's ESPN's subscription service, and the game time is 3:30 in the afternoon. Fellow 2019 graduate Josh Junko did not see action in the Pittsburgh Panthers' 23-20 victory against Louisville last week. Panthers are ranked 24th in the country, and they've got an ACC home game tomorrow at 12 noon against NC State. That game can be seen locally on the ACC network. And now, this day in Royals history. We're at October 2nd, and again, we've been following the path of the 2009 CVCA Royals, who played on the same Friday night series that we have this year. So on October 2nd, 2009, the Royals won a thriller at home in double overtime against Tuslaw, 15-12. The Royals defense led the way again, much as it had throughout the 2009 season. It was no different against the Mustangs on that night. Junior Alex Utley led the way for the Royals with 15 tackles, 4 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. In addition, senior Zach Nettle collected 14 tackles, and sophomore linebacker Nathan Rosenberger and freshman quarterback Lewis Hill each had 10 tackles that evening. During regulation, junior lineman Sam Niehaus recovered a fumble. It set up the Royals' only score before the overtime period. The defense stopped Tuslaw on downs in the second overtime to set up the game-winning points. The win, 15-12 against Tuslaw, pushed the Royals' record to 4-2 en route to a playoff bid at the end of that 2009 season. And we have recounted the story of Coach Dan Larlam's first season here at CVCA, which occurred in 2015. October 2nd, 2015, Tuslaw was again here, the guest at Royal Stadium. That night, Tuslaw came away with a 41-14 victory. The Royals went winless in 2015 as Larlam rebuilt the Royals' foundation from the floor up, as they say, or the basement up. So Tuslaw with a victory on October 2nd against the Royals in 2015. They put a couple more minutes on the clock as the teams have returned to the field. Recapping the first half, the Royals received the opening kickoff and drove down. Michael Bevington capped that first drive with a 39-yard rush into the end zone. Winning a race to the pylon, it was 7-0 CVCA. On Manchester's first drive, they put the ball on the carpet a couple of times. The second time, it cost them as the Royals recovered a fumble. They converted shortly thereafter when Kyle Snyder scored on his first touchdown run of the evening. Midway through the first quarter, it was 14-0 CVCA. The Royals then stopped Manchester on downs, and as the first half came to a close, they had penetrated deep into Manchester territory. Kyle Snyder got a snap rather a handoff just before the first quarter clock ran out. He burst into the secondary and into the end zone for his second score of the night. And the point after touchdown conversion did not work. A high snap led to a 2-point attempt. Joey Lehner, the quarterback, or the backup quarterback, was stopped just shy of the goal line, and that made the score CVCA 20, Manchester nothing. The teams exchanged possessions in the second quarter. A little bit of choppy action, a bunch of penalties. No one reached the end zone, and that's where we stand right now as we anticipate the start of the second half here from Royal Stadium. The score, CVCA 20, the Manchester Panthers nothing. Again, we'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Friends of Royals Football, the parent group that has worked diligently to help bring these live streams to you. And tonight, we want to say a big shout out and a big thank you to Zach Novak and his team from MediaNet AV, who's bringing you the coverage this evening. We understand there's been a little bit of challenge with the audio for my mic in the first half, but they're working on that. And we hope you've been enjoying the pictures tonight, the replay, and just the entire presentation. It's been a great privilege to have Zach Novak and his team of professionals from MediaNet AV help bring this coverage to you. Don't get too used to it. We'll be back to normal next week with my right-hand man, Chad Darr, and Zach Nichols bringing the coverage to you. Hopefully here from Royal Stadium when CVCA takes on the Edgewood Warriors on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So, but we've got 2 more quarters to play tonight. 2 more quarters to enjoy the great coverage you're receiving this evening. And 2 more quarters to go in this abbreviated regular season. The Royals will kick off to start the second half. Manchester has 10 men within 10 yards of the line. The Royals do bounce one in there, and it looks like the Panthers do recover it. They had only 1 man deep, did the Panthers. Panthers recovered that, and they'll set up near midfield, first down and 10.
Recovered by number 53, Jaden Johnston.
Jaden Johnson again covering that kick for Manchester. They'll set up first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. If you're watching from Manchester tonight, it is pretty much a given, a part of the CVCA strategy to kick short and try and gain as many possessions as possible. And so that's why that onside kick is part of the repertoire for CVCA. Manchester with a quick pitch on first down and 10. The Royals penetrate, and oh goodness. A hard hit from Kyle Snyder, picking up right where he left off in the first half. Number 22 for Manchester, Jackson Summers, has a black and royal blue 3 tattooed to his 22. He loses a yard on that play, and it sure felt a lot worse, it seemed, from this distance. Snyder with a nose for that football, like a heat-seeking missile, coming in on that tackle. Kenton Duty looks like he's back out at quarterback. And 22, Summers gets the ball again, and he's going to go sideways, east and west, instead of north and south, and he's going to lose yardage. We mentioned Duty was out there, but check that. It is Trent Pappas, the junior, who starts the second half.
Summers brought down by number 6, Brant Simmons, and 34, Logan Scranton.
Referees conferring again.
Flag on the play.
We start the second half like we started the first. There is a flag down. After the long conference, they're going to march a penalty off on the Royals. Dead ball, personal foul, a face mask on CVCA.
Personal foul, face mask against CVCA.
The personal foul penalty in high school is not an automatic first down. So they'll march it off from the spot of the foul, 15 yards, because they were so far behind the line of scrimmage. It will set up second down. We believe second down, and about 2 yards to go. So Manchester operating out of the shotgun. It's a handoff. 22 again. Summers on the carry. He's close to a first down. And he has it.
On the carry for the Panthers.
First down for Manchester's Jackson Summers.
Brandon Riley.
Brandon Riley in there for CVCA on the tackle. And again, we're getting a visit from one of the television stations with a helicopter flying overhead. And Manchester driving into CVCA territory. The Royals look like they're eager, but they don't jump. Handoff again, and Manchester's running back Summers is going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson Summers brought down by number
A loss of 2 yards. Brandon Riley, the first man in there for CVCA, and he makes the stop, tackle for loss. 2nd down and 12. Trips near side this time for Manchester, and they'll look to throw. Throws near side, passes complete to number 24. That's Jordan Schinderwolf. He's knocked out of bounds. In there is Kyle Snyder again.
24, Jordan Schinderwolf. Brought down by number 15, Eli Dykandrew.
Eli Dykandrew also in there.
Flag on the play.
And another flag is down. The flag is on the far side on the 30-yard line near the Manchester sideline in the secondary. So the opposite way and opposite port of the field from where the pass was thrown. It took me a while to find it. And they're going to call holding on the Royals. Defensive holding.
Play is holding against the Royals.
So that will march off more yardage against CVCA. And the referees again with another conference. Frankly, I'm not sure what there is to talk about. I believe that the pass play was shy of the first down to go mark. If the penalty is on the Royals, one would think that Manchester would accept it and they'd march off enough yards for a first down. But we wait, as does everyone here in attendance, for the decision. And now they march off the yards. Again, this is easily the most penalty yards the Royals have had all season. Perhaps not a coincidence. More stoppages. So the referees will come together again. 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go here, just early on in the third quarter, with the Royals leading 20-0. The stars of the show are Kyle Snyder, Michael Bevington. On the Royals side, Jackson Summers, Trent Pappas, Kenton Duty on the Panthers side, but right now it's the men in stripes who are getting all the coverage. Frankly, I'm not sure why it takes 5 minutes to mark off a single penalty against either team. Both teams standing and waiting. Now the referees again conferencing on the far side. And our head referee now sauntering back slowly. And they'll march the ball back toward the Manchester direction. We wait for a signal. They call holding on the Royals. And first down. And after all of that, they will spot the ball on approximately the 32-yard line. So we're going to call this not perhaps the greatest effort on behalf of the men in stripes marching off that penalty. They finally blow the whistle into play, and they blow another whistle and throw another flag. The referee The referee yelling at the Royals sideline. Fans becoming restless. This head referee is the star of the show right now. He's been holding court for the last 7 minutes at least. And he calls unsportsmanlike conduct on the Royals sideline. From here, we could hear him say, "We may have screwed up," word for word. And he pointed towards someone on the Royals sideline and then marched off 15 yards. So, Manchester, by benefit of a couple of penalties, has first down and 10. We're finally ready to go. Line of scrimmage is approximately the 15-yard line. They'll hand off to Summers, and Summers is hit in the backfield.
Brought down in the backfield by number 18, Bryce Keitlinger.
Bryce Keitlinger in there on the tackle. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching and a fan of either side, that was a football play without a penalty. So, we'll take it. Second down and 13 yards to go for the Panthers. Line of scrimmage is the 19-yard line. They've got trips to the near side. The quarterback rolls to his left, looks, and now throws. It's complete to number 24. That's Jordan Schindewolf. Trent Pappas is the quarterback. Schindewolf, the receiver.
Pass complete to number 24, Jordan.
They pick up about 10 yards on that play, and so it'll be third down and 2.
Royal fans.
Manchester on the Royals' 10-yard line. Their deepest drive of the night. Pappas, the quarterback, on third down and 2. Has a running back offset, but he looks to throw. Under pressure, complete, tackled shy of the goal line. Number 11 on the catch. That's Jeff Kuntz. It's going to be first down and goal to go for the Manchester Panthers.
First and goal for the Panthers.
This is still the first drive of the second half. Manchester started on their own 49-yard line. They now have first and goal from the 3. Pappas out of the shotgun. He'll hand off, and Manchester is going to have their first points of the night and only their second offensive touchdown. They did score a few last week, check that, but Manchester with a touchdown.
On the touchdown for the Panthers, number 5, Mason Palich.
Mason Palich, the ball carrier. He's into the end zone for the Panthers, the junior 5'10", 180-pound running back. And the Panthers close the score to 20-6. So the Manchester Panthers benefiting from a couple of penalty calls against the Royals, but they capitalized on it. And the kick is through the uprights for number 3, Kayla Cycli. The extra point conversion is good. Kayla, a female kicker. She was perfect on that one. And with 8:10 to go in the third quarter, the score is CVCA 20 and Manchester 7. There's the replay again. Mason Palich had that left corner sealed and had an easy path to the end zone for the first points of the night for Manchester. So now the Royals offense will get a chance. It's been a long time since they've been on the field with the long halftime and then the long break on that drive with all the stoppages. CVCA's offense was firing on all cylinders during the first quarter, but they sputtered a bit in the second quarter. Had a couple of drives get stopped, a couple by penalty. And that 20-0 halftime lead is now 20-7. So Kayla Cycli puts a foot into it. It'll be received by an up back. Manchester's there to cover it on the 35-yard line. And the Royals will set up first down and 10.
Skyler's kick returned by number 16, Brennan Darr.
Brennan Darr was the CVCA Royals up man who fielded that high and short kick. So the Royals will come out first down and 10 for the first time in the second half. Michael Bevington out of the shotgun. Signals to his receiver on the far side. He's got trips to the near side. Bevington will hand off to Kyle Snyder. Snyder is across the 40, powering forward to the 50, still moving, and into Manchester territory at the 47-yard line. He picks up 16 yards on that carry. It's first down and 10. So one play and the Royals are into Manchester territory on the 47-yard line. This time, trips again near side. Snyder offset to the right. David Lewis on the far side, single receiver. Bevington hands to Snyder again. He tiptoes to the 45-yard line, but Manchester's defense is there to greet him. This time it's a short gain of just 2 yards.
Kyle Snyder on the carry again for the Royals, brought down by number 14, Colby Souls.
Officially, Colby Souls gets credit for that tackle, but he had a lot of help. Second down and 8 yards to go for the Royals. They lead it 20-7. Third quarter action. Bevington hands to Snyder again. This time he's across the 40. He's got enough for a first down to the 36-yard line. He needed 8. He got 9.
Sophomore Kyle Snyder. That's good for another Royals.
Here he is on the replay. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men to take him down. Finally, Kenton Duty pulled him to the ground. Hard count. Manchester looked like they jumped. No call by the referees. Bevington checks to the sideline. We'll see if they keep the same play. This time Snyder to his left. They'll give it back to Kyle Snyder. 40, 30, still going. Down to the 20-yard line. Kyle Snyder, the featured running back for CVCA.
Kyle Snyder on the carry,
and here he is again.
Good for another Royals first down.
And it's Kenton Duty again, the man who prevented Kyle Snyder from going further. But he's got plenty for another first down. The Royals have it first down and 10. They'll spot it on the 21-yard line. Bevington fakes to Snyder. He's going to go left. Tries to get the corner. He does. Bevington carrying tacklers all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Another 14 yards for CVCA. And they've got it first down and goal to go. Michael Bevington carrying 3 Manchester Panthers inside the 10-yard line. The Royals trying to answer the first touchdown of the night from Manchester as they open the second half with a touchdown scoring drive. CVCA has now first down, goal to go from the 9-yard line officially. They bring in the bunch formation. Snyder to the right side of Bevington. They fake to Snyder. Bevington keeps it himself, and Bevington walks into the end zone. Touchdown, CVCA. Michael Bevington with his second rushing touchdown of the night, and the Royals have answered. 9 yards off the right side. The Royals extend the lead to 26-7. In for the extra point kicking duties again is Bryce Keitlinger, the 4-year kicker for CVCA. No one has booted more extra points in Royals history than Bryce Keitlinger. Joey Lehner puts the ball down and add 1 more to the total for Bryce Keitlinger. It's up through the uprights and good. So with 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Royals extend the lead. CVCA 27 and Manchester 7. 27 leg kicks by the Royals cheerleaders. And officially the tally is 68. 68 at this point, as we have 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Royals head back out on the field to kick away. Manchester this time sends 2 men deep, 9 men within 10 yards of the line where the ball has to go. Keitlinger with another bouncing kick. This one's up in the air, and the Royals do get it. That onside kick had the perfect bounce. Gavin Johnson, the freshman, comes up with that one. He's skied at the point, the apex of the bounce, and came down with that ball. That's the 5th successful onside kick for CVCA in the last 3 weeks. And so the Royals steal a possession like we talked about, part of the strategy. They'll set the line of scrimmage on the Manchester 44-yard line. First down and 10, CVCA. (27-7), the Royals out on top on rivalry week here in Cuyahoga Falls. Third quarter action. Michael Bevington will look to throw this time. Drops back. He's got a rush. Looks and checks off. Tries to find David Lewis. The throw is low, and Lewis dove but could not pick it up. It'll set up second down and 10. An unusual quiet befalling Royal Stadium. The referee respotting the ball, or really actually respotting his beanbag as they do here in 2020. We'll talk about that more in a moment. They correct the spot. 44-yard line, second and 10. Bevington fakes, pumps, drops back under a big rush, throws, and they call it a forward pass. It looks like incomplete. Dangerous play that time as Bevington was under duress. The arm was moving forward, and they officially call it an incomplete pass. Fortunately, not a fumble. So the Royals go all runs, or mostly runs, on that first possession. They've looked to throw it on the first 2 plays of this second possession of the third quarter. But they face third down and long, 3rd and 10 now after the first 2 pass plays did not work. 2 receivers wide to the far side, single receiver near side. Bevington fakes, actually does give it to Snyder. He bulls forward to the 38-yard line. He'll pick up 6 yards, shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down. We'll call it 4 yards to go. Little doubt that the Royals will go for it on 4th down as Bevington in the offense remains on the field. On this 4th down play, as is tradition, he'll go out of the shotgun. Does Michael Bevington. And Manchester jumps on the hard count. And that will cost them a first down on a 4th and 4. 5 yards they'll march off, or will they? It's time for another referee conference.
Against the Panthers. 1st and 10 for the Royals.
Now they just pause so the referee can pick up his flag. They do march off the 5 yards. So we mentioned the beanbag a moment ago. This year in the state of Ohio, if you've been watching along or following along this year, you know that the umpire puts a beanbag down where the line of scrimmage is to prevent himself from having to touch the ball in an effort to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. The center for each team, for CVCA, that's Joey Johnson, is responsible for placing the ball down at the beanbag spot, but the beanbag does identify where the line of scrimmage is. Our referee whistles the ball into play, starts the play clock finally, and the Royals will march first or have first down and 10 from the 33. Bevington looks to throw, drops, looks deep, throws to the end zone. He's got a man out there. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
33 yards on the touchdown pass. Number 16 for CVCA. That's Brennan Darr with another reception for the Royals. They put 6 more points up on the board. That's the 4th touchdown reception of the season for Darr. 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go, and the Royals extend the lead to 33-7. Keitlinger back in to kick. Lehner puts the snap down, and Keitlinger boots it through the uprights. The kick is good, and with 3:56 to go, the Royals extend that lead 1 point more. CVCA 34, Manchester 7. So with a break in the action, we'd like to remind you that the Week 6 Power Meal sponsor for CVCA is Casa D'Angelo in Macedonia. Casa D'Angelo is a multi-year supporter and sponsor of CVCA Royals Power Meals program, the program that keeps the Royals fed and full on Thursday nights before game night. If you've got an opportunity, head on down to Macedonia and stop in at Casa D'Angelo at 893 East Aurora Road. We thank them for their sponsorship and their support of Royals football. You just saw Brennan Darr a moments ago on the replay, hauling in that touchdown pass. A perfect parabola thrown by Michael Bevington, the CVCA quarterback. For Bevington, that is his 11th. Had to check the stats. His 11th touchdown. The kick is another onside kick. This time, Manchester comes up with it. They should be expecting it. Jaden Johnson recovers it for Manchester. And so they came out, did the Panthers, and scored to start the second half, but they've given up 2 quick CVCA scores. And the lead now 34-7 for CVCA. 27 points, the differential. Empty backfield. Actually, no, they'll go under center. Will Manchester go? Hand off to the fullback. No gain on the play.
Mason Powich on the carry for the Panthers. Brought down by number 52, Matt Ridinger.
Officially, they'll give Palich about a yard on the carry. So it's 2nd down and 9. This time back out of the shotgun are the Panthers. They'll look to pass. The pass is thrown incomplete, out of bounds.
Pass intended for number 2, Kenton Duty. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Trent Pappas, the quarterback again. He was looking for Kenton Duty on that play, the gentleman who played quarterback for most of the first half. So after the incomplete pass, it's 3rd down and 9 yards to go for Manchester. They'll look to pass it again. Looking near side, that pass is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the Manchester receiver, number 24, Jordan Schinderwolf.
Broken up on the play by number 6,
Brant Simmons was in on the coverage for CVCA, and Manchester is quickly 3 and out. Kenton Duty is back in punt formation for the Panthers. 4th down and 9. Duty, who does play quarterback and played quarterback for most of the first half, did complete a fake punt in the first half that was good enough for a first down, but they were called for a holding, were the Panthers, and forced to kick it away again. This time, he'll kick, and it's off the side of his foot and out of bounds, barely past the first down yard marker. We'll wait for the official spot as the side judge is marching up the field, and he'll stop officially on the 41-yard line. The line to make was the 39. Officially an 11-yard punt. So the Royals with great field position again as we are nearing 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Royals offense sets up. Bevington, the quarterback, still in the shotgun. He's got a pair of receivers to each side. His trusty sidekick, Kyle Snyder, to his left. Snyder gets the carry, and this time Manchester all over him. Number 55 on the tackle. That's Tommy Nichols. A rare
for the Royals, number 34, Logan Scranton.
Tackle for loss. Actually, that was Logan Scranton on the carry for CVCA. Logan Scranton, number 34. Scranton's a 5'9" freshman running back who gets an opportunity to carry the ball. Second down and 11. Bevington rolls to his right and looks to throw. He completes it. And Manchester upends David Lewis.
Bevington's pass complete to number 23, junior Ben Andexler.
Check that out. It's Ben Andexler on the reception, number 23, not 21 Lewis. So Andexler picks up 4 yards on a short pass play. It's third down and 7. So with a 27-point lead, nearing 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. A couple of the reserves getting some action in Logan Scranton and Ben Andexler on the last couple of plays. Third down and 7. Bevington keeps the ball, and Bevington's on the way. Bevington's all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, CVCA, Michael Bevington. Another CVCA touchdown, another 50-yard plus touchdown for Michael Bevington. Each week he's good for 1, if not 2, of those long touchdown runs. Manchester had a player who was in the backfield, and Bevington made a miss. There was no one left. The third touchdown of the third quarter for the Royals offense, 3 for 3. Manchester got within 20-7, closed within 13 points, but suddenly the Royals have blasted out to a 41-7 lead as Bryce Keitlinger boots the extra point through the uprights.
On the touchdown for the Royals with a 56-yard run, senior Michael Bevington.
Here's the replay. Bevington had no one near him. He had time to look back. Michael Bevington, the Royals' senior quarterback, his third rushing touchdown of the night. His 13th rushing touchdown on the season. The Royals all over the Manchester Panthers tonight. After those many, many years where Manchester is victorious or has been victorious against CVCA, it's looking mighty promising for the Royals tonight here on Rivalry Week. .41 kicks by the Royals cheerleaders, and by my score, got my abacus out up here. That's 143. The Royals again with another kick short. Flag down on the play as they come out of a bunch formation. Likely to be one of the Royals players getting to the line of scrimmage a little too soon. Again, if you're a Manchester Panthers supporter and you're watching and wondering why would the Royals onside kick every single time, it's what the Royals do. It is a strategy that has been used more and more across high school football around the country. And Coach Dan Larlam and his Royals using that strategy to try and win extra possessions each week and trusting their defense to do the job they need to do. So far tonight, that defense has given up just 1 touchdown. The Royals have stolen 1 extra possession. They'll re-kick after the 5-yard penalty, this time a more traditional lineup. Last time they kicked out of a bunch formation to try and catch Manchester off guard. Manchester still surprisingly with two men back deep. Keitlinger kicks short. Manchester falls on it, and the Panthers will have a first down and 10.
Jaden Johnson on the recovery for the Panthers.
Jaden Johnson, probably more kickoff returns tonight, albeit the fall down on the ball type of kickoff return than perhaps he's had in his career. So the clock, it runs now. The Royals with a lead of 34 points. And when you get a lead of 30 points or more in the second half in the state of Ohio, there's a running clock with the exception of scores, injuries, and changes of possession. So 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter as Manchester will look to pass. They look deep. They've got a man out there. And the ball is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Number 17, the intended receiver, Robert Radcliffe. And Radcliffe did have a step on the Royals defender. As we look at the replay with you, he just could not range under it. There was a big play potential that went for naught on that play, so it's second down and 10. And it's unlikely, however, that the Panthers will get another play off as the clock runs out, the running clock. And we've reached the end of 3 quarters from Royals Stadium. The Royals lead it by a score. CVCA 41, Manchester 7. What a night it's been. For the 3rd week in a row, the Royals have posted, actually the 4th week in a row, the Royals have posted 41 points on the scoreboard, or increased their, or scored more than 40 points, that is. Easy for me to say. The Royals averaging 42 points on the season, and they've got 12 minutes to go on the clock, and they've nearly reached that average already with a quarter to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year and season depends on the cooperation and support of everyone to follow the safety guidelines set by the Ohio Department of Health, Governor's Office, and Ohio High School Athletic Association. Show others that you care. Be distance aware. We ask that you wear a face mask this evening. Use proper hygiene. Keep yourself and your family 6 feet apart from other families. Our ability to follow these guidelines will go a long way in determining how much of a season our student athletes will have. We thank you in advance for your cooperation as we are so delighted to host Friday Night Football.
We head to the 4th quarter here from Royal Stadium. My name is Tim Nichols. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Again, we want to make a big shout out to the guys from MediaNet AV, Zach Novak and company, who are giving you the great coverage this evening. We hope you've enjoyed it tonight. It's been a pleasure to have them on site, and a pleasure to have Zach and his team help us get on the air every week this week. This week, a special pleasure as Manchester starts the 4th quarter. They started with a running play, and the ball's on the ground. Whistle does blow, though, and Manchester is going to catch a break. Jackson Summers carried that ball. He was marked down or whistled down just before the ball squirted out, and the Royals pounced on it. That was a second down and 10 play, so a gain of 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
3rd down.
Manchester brings a man in motion. Looking to throw to the left side. They've got a man out there. The ball is complete. Pass completion from Trent Pappas to number 24, Summers. Check that, it's Jordan Schindewolf.
15, Eli Andrew.
The 3rd down play picks up 6 yards. It does bring up a 4th down, however, 4th and 4, as Manchester has the ball on the Royals' 38-yard line.
4th down, Royal fans, 4th down.
The Royals defense trying to hold once again. Pappas will look to throw. He looks long, and that ball is intercepted by CVCA.
Interception by number 21.
David Lewis out there in the coverage, and the Royals have their 2nd takeaway of the night. For Manchester, it's as good as a punt. It just doesn't look as good on the stat sheet for quarterback Trent Pappas. The Royals will take the ball back and keep the Manchester Panthers out of the end zone once again. So the Royals will set up first down and 10 from their own 11-yard line, it looks like. When the head referee whistles the ball into play, the clock will run. 10:37 to go in the ball game. Michael Bevington, the senior quarterback, still in. He'll hand off. Hard yards gained there. Kyle Snyder back in with the carry. He picks up 3 yards.
Number 3, Kyle Snyder on the carry for the Royals, brought down by number 53, Jaden Johnston.
Jaden Johnson in on that carry, or on that tackle rather. Johnson with a couple of those onside kick recoveries. The 6'1" junior. He's a cog there on the defense for the Manchester Panthers. They've had a tough time of it tonight, though. Second down and 7 for CVCA, in no hurry. Bevington, though, will look to throw. Flush to his left. Still eyes downfield. Now he'll tuck it and run. Slides. And Bevington picks up about 5 or 6 yards. It's not enough for a first down. He's marked down on the 28-yard line. It will bring up third down and 2. So the Royals look to the sideline, and the coach is signaling in the plays, or the play, singular. Snyder sets up to the right. Pair of receivers up to the top side. Bevington fakes the handoff to Snyder. He keeps it himself. He lunges forward across the 30-yard line. He's close to the first down. And the chains are moving. He's got it up. First down and 10, CVCA.
Brought down by number 77, Liam Harvey. That's good for a Royals first down.
The Royals move the chains and the clock continues to run. CVCA leading this one 41-7. Snyder, the running back, gets the handoff, looks for a hole, finds one. He's across the 25, carrying defenders across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He's close to another CVCA first down.
One more Kyle Snyder on the carry for the Royals. Good for another Royals first down.
He does have enough for a first down, and the Royals convert and move the chains once again. The Royals set up the offense in the bunch formation. First down and 10. Bevington follows blockers across the 40. He's got open field in front of him again. Michael Bevington, one man to beat. 40, 30, 25, 20. Will he make it to the end zone? 10, 5, touchdown! 69 yards for Michael Bevington. Another 50-plus yard touchdown run for the CVCA senior quarterback. His second long touchdown run of the night, his fourth of the evening, I believe, if I'm keeping score correctly. And Bevington is into the end zone again. Michael Bevington putting his stamp on this game tonight. Frankly, the Manchester series has been a house of horrors for CVCA over the years. Saved the game 2 years ago here at Royal Stadium as Keitlinger boots another one through the uprights. But tonight, it's been all CVCA.
Keitlinger's kick is up and good.
7 minutes, 13 seconds to go here from Royal Stadium. Bevington again on the replay, looking to beat that one man. He did. The Royals lead it 48-7. Manchester head coach Jay Brophy struggling in his first visit to Royal Stadium. Or his team is struggling, that is. And frankly, it looks like it may be an uphill battle at Manchester for a little while. It's very hard to replace an all-world player like Ethan Wright was for the Manchester Panthers. 2 years ago, the Royals had to replace Trey Tucker, but they still had Michael Bevington, and they brought in Kyle Snyder. And you see what that has paid in terms of dividends tonight. Another short kick bouncing, and Manchester covers at midfield. This time on it is number 12, Riley Souls.
Riley Souls on the recovery for the Panthers. It's up 1st and 10 for Manchester.
They wind the clock, 7 minutes to go from Royal Stadium, with the Royals rolling here tonight. Rolling into the playoffs. And they will increase their record to 4-2, and they've got to be the most dangerous 13 seed perhaps in the history of Ohio's Division IV Region 13. So Manchester sets back up. If you're liking the broadcast tonight, make sure you tweet us. Long pass play, and it's knocked down. Flags down. Pair of flags down, so it had to be obvious. We'll check the replay. Here it comes. And it looked like the defender for the Royals, Eli Dykandrew, maybe had an arm on number 24 for Manchester. That's Schindewolf. Schindewolf definitely sold it, but it's a legitimate call. We'll give it to them. To the referees, that is. No, not going to argue. And they'll march off the penalty yardage against CVCA. We were saying before, if you're enjoying the coverage tonight, make sure you tweet us at CVCA Livestream. We should have told you earlier, but take a picture of your TV, take a picture of your phone, your laptop, however you're watching us tonight, and post it in the Twitter feed at CVCA Livestream. Let us know where you're watching tonight. We've had fans watch from 26 states and 5 countries over the last 5 weeks. And we're glad you're with us tonight as the Panthers try to run again. Summers, the running back. Brant Simmons, the defender. And Simmons gets Summers behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 3 yards. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 12 yards to go. Check that, 2nd and 13 yards to go as the clock winds down toward 5 minutes. Looking elsewhere tonight, looks like Triway has a 4th quarter lead over Orville, 13-6. We'll see if that holds as Manchester looks to throw. Pappas' throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Schindewolf. It may have been better that Schindewolf did not catch that pass because the Royals were there to defend it, and it would have been another loss, barring a broken tackle or two by Schindewolf. So Manchester sets up 3rd down and 13. Pappas looks to pass again. He's got a big rush, flushed right. Still eyes downfield, throws long. He's found a man, complete. It is Schindewolf. He's out of the 10-yard line and taken down on the 9-yard line. Panthers will have 1st down and goal.
Number 24, Jordan Schindewolf. Brought down by number 4, Joey Lehner.
Joey Lehner, the freshman defensive back in there for CVCA on the coverage. Manchester looking to tack on another score. They run the ball. Couple of yards picked up. It'll be second down. Down the road in Loudonville, that halftime score that was 21-14 is now Northwest 41 and Loudon 14. So much like here, the Northwest Indians exerting their will in the second half and look to go 6-0. It's second down and goal to goal from the 7-yard line. Handoff left side across the 5-yard line down to the 3. Looks like it's Mason Palich.
Mason Palich on the carry for the Panthers. Brought down by number 6, Brant Simmons.
Brant Simmons on the tackle for CVCA. So third down and goal to go. Manchester will pass. Big rush. Looking at the end zone, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. So it'll be fourth down and goal.
Broken up by number 20, junior Nathan Daywalt.
Nathan Daywalt, the junior, in there on the defensive breakaway, or breakup. They've gone final at Tuslaw, and Fairless will hold the Blue Cup this year. Final score is Fairless Falcons 41, Tuslaw 12. Minute 44 to go here at Royal Stadium. The Royals leading 48-7. The Manchester Panthers with a fourth down and goal, and they call timeout to talk over a play call to see if they can get into the end zone. So again, tweet us at CVCA Livestream. Let us know if you're watching. Take a picture of your TV. We see the Knack has tweeted. We won't give up who the Knack is, but we know who he is, and we're glad he's watching. Tip of the cap to number 17 from the Royals from last year, the Knack. Thanks for watching us. So it's fourth down and goal. The Royals defense will try to prevent the score. Handoff up the middle. Palich has it. Is he in? We wait. He's not. The Royals defense makes the play and stops him on the 1-yard line.
The Royals make a stop at the goal line.
And that puts a nice exclamation point on a great defensive effort to go along with a super offensive effort tonight for the CVCA Royals. They stop the Panthers on the 1-yard line. The clock rolls. 1 minute to go in the ball game. "50 seconds away, like actually 53 seconds away as the clock does stop from the fourth victory of the season for CVCA, and for these CVCA Royal seniors, the 26th victory of their careers. They wind the clock. They'll have to snap it one time before we put this one in the books. And how sweet it is to get a victory over the Manchester Panthers. Bevington under center. He falls forward out of the end zone. The clock winds under 27 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it from Royal Stadium. The Royals win big. It's not final yet, but it will be in 15 seconds. CVCA 48. And Manchester 7. Looks like they may have to snap it at one final time when they do. And that's the ball game. So a huge victory for the Royals. 48-7.
And your CVCA Royals 48.
Michael Bevington with 4 touchdown runs tonight. Kyle Snyder with a pair of his own, and Bevington with a touchdown pass to Brennan Darr. It all went right for the Royals tonight as they increased their record to 4-2 on the season. And we said it a few moments ago,
We thank you so much for your attendance this evening.
there may not be a tougher 13th seed in the state of Ohio. And the Royals will look forward to next week here at Royal Stadium
We're so grateful to host Friday Night Football
for a playoff matchup against the 20th seeded Edgewood High School Warriors from Lake County in Ashtabula. But what a way for the season, the regular season, to conclude here in the abbreviated 2020 calendar year. The Royals look ahead to a 7 o'clock matchup against Edgewood here at Royal Stadium next week. And again, to go over the playoff format in 2020, it's a play-in round to a round of 16 in the division. Should the Royals be victorious next Saturday night here at Royal Stadium, they will advance to a road game 2 weeks from now against the Perry Pirates, who await. Perry is the fourth seed. Perry, a perennial powerhouse with Jalen Anderson. We don't want to look too far ahead. The West Virginia commit, though, waits for a matchup with CVCA for the 3rd year in a row. 2 years ago, the Royals played at Perry and gave them a heck of a game, with Trey Tucker running all over the field and keeping the Royals in it. Last year, the Royals played a neutral site game against Perry in the 2nd round, and Perry just too much for CVCA on that night. The Royals will get a 3rd chance, though, should they be victorious next week. Beyond that, looking down the road, if the Royals win, they continue their march in the playoffs. If the seeds hold, Canton South is the 5 seed. And then the Northwest Indians, who were victorious tonight and went to 6-0, is the number 1 seed. That would be the path to the regional final. Edgewood, Perry, Canton South, Northwest, and then whoever comes out of the other side of the bracket. It would take 5 victories to win the region championship and advance to the Final 4 in the state in Division 4. But if the Royals are eliminated from the playoffs for whatever reason, at whatever time, if they have played less than 10 games total on the season, the Ohio High School Athletic Association will allow teams to schedule additional regular season games, even though the regular season is officially over, official games up to a number of 10 games. So the rest of the season, we know, will be next week here at Royal Stadium against Edgewood, and then potentially, if a victory happens, against Perry. If they are upset next week, then it's up in the air, but the Royals would still have 3 more opportunities to play football in the 2020 calendar year. So tonight it's been a great night as the Royals gather in the center of the field. Michael Bevington, again, the star. 4 more rushing touchdowns to his total for the season to bring his season total to 14. Kyle Snyder with a pair of rushing touchdowns of his own, bringing his total to 13. Bevington hit Brennan Darr on a touchdown pass, the 11th touchdown pass for Michael Bevington this season. For Brennan Darr, that was his 4th touchdown reception. So, on behalf of the CVCA administration and our friends, as there I am, hello to you all, our friends at MediaNet AV, who helped bring us the pictures tonight. We want to, again, thank them for all they've done tonight and all season, and say if you've got needs for sporting event coverage or needs for your church to go live and live stream during the COVID crisis, again, tweet us on Twitter, find us, find me, and we can put you in touch with them. They do a great job, and we are just indebted to them for all the coverage that you've received this season. But that's it. So we'll wrap it up here from Royal Stadium tonight. Again, on behalf of Friends of Royals Football, the parent organization for CVCA football, who has helped to fund this coverage for you this year, we are indebted and grateful to them and those parents that have stepped up. We still could use more help, frankly, and so if you want to step in and help out, again, you can find us and we can point you in the right direction on how to help additional funding for these broadcasts, but we are appreciative and indebted to them. We again want to thank Casa d'Angelo, this week's Power Meal sponsor. Casa d'Angelo at 893 East Aurora Road in Macedonia. If you've got the hungry or the need for some food and you're hungry, head on down there this weekend, Casa d'Angelo in Macedonia. But that's it from Royal Stadium. Final score once again tonight from Cuyahoga Lake Road. CVCA 48 and Manchester 7. We'll talk to you next week. This is Tim Nichols. So long, everybody.